Hello. I want to address a question that I've been getting a few times recently about the HTML designer in Visual Studio 2013 and the fact that it does not automatically show up for static HTML files. So, in order for us to get the designer loaded for static HTML files, we need to open it with the web forms editor instead of the new HTML editor. The new HTML editor is brand new for 2013, and instead we need to open it with web forms. So let's right-click our HTML file and say Open With, and we can choose the Web Forms Designer, our editor. And when we do that, we can see we now have the design view showing up, and we can go back and forth just as we're used to. The problem here with this way of doing it is that it does not remember the association. So if I now just double click and open the file, we see now we're back in the new editor. One way of really quickly knowing whether or not you have a document open in the new editor or the web forms editor is just to type an ampersand in the HTML like this. If you get IntelliSense like this, that means you're in the new HTML editor. So we're in the new HTML editor, and perhaps you want to say, hey, I always want HTML files to be loaded in the web forms editor. So what we do here is we go to Tools Options, and first of all, go to the HTML designer and make sure that it's enabled by setting this check mark. It probably is. The only reason why this would not be enabled is if you manually disabled it at one point, or if you have one of the code-only profiles when you set up Visual Studio for the first time and you select it if you want general settings or C# settings. One of them is code-only, and if you do that, then the designer is disabled. So make sure it's enabled in here. And then it's actually pretty simple. We just go to Text Editor, File Extensions, and we can just map .html. And we can just map it here to the web forms editor. Click OK. And now when I just double click my test.html, we see here it opens up. We get the right editor shown here, and we now have the designer for all HTML files. So I hope this helps clear the confusion a little bit. Thanks for watching.